Alrighty, there you go. We are live. Partners chat. Pre-roll. Enable dashboards when pre-rolls. Keep pre-rolls disabled. Ads manager off. Add length. Spacing. 1 hour. Okay, 3 minutes. Save. Let's see if this works. 3 minutes. 3-minute ad. Ads disabled. Ads disabled for 3 minutes? Or 60 minutes? That's really fucking good. I have to tweet. Tweet. Post. One event. Start. Start event. Tina, what are you doing? You say hi? You guys have emotes? Emotes off. Okay, I think we're good. Tina, are you okay? Oops. I accidentally clicked on my game. Let's go make Kiki. Tina. Tina, what are you doing? Can you watch your booty? I'm gonna go tweet, okay? Tina, I swear to God. Yes, you want your scritches. Okay. Tweeting. Went out for drinks with mother. And now I'm doing my Final Fantasy 11 new show. Come hang out, you big nerds. Heart. You guys have to watch this on the VOD. Me tweeting, you must know. Now if you followed my Twitter, you don't have to hear this for the first time. I'm such a bitch. Okay, let's go. I'm gonna run this on my other account. Okay. Pause there. Pause here. Alright, now, wait, Tina, we have 1 minute of ads ready. Ready? You wanna go 1, 2, wah! Do I smell like coffee? Is that why you like my breath? I'm drinking like McDonald's iced coffee. So she's enjoying that, I guess? Okay, booty. You wanna see my cat? Ready? Cat time. Meow. This is why I love Mithras. Mwah. She gets so happy. Look at her. She's very upset. She's so grumpy at me. Okay. Tina, you ready for my new show? I didn't get most of the way through the news. Okay. Are we done with my we got 10 seconds. 10 seconds? Should we just go? We should just go. Alright. Hello everyone, welcome back to Final Festivus 11, my new show about the private server Horizon 11, where all I do is talk about EVE Online news and drama and news and drama and news and drama, because that's what everyone loves to hear. Apparently, Final Fantasy 11, despite being a 20-year-old game, still has a shit ton of news and drama. So that's what we're going to discuss. I haven't really prepared much for this, so I've been busy yet again this week. I'm doing my thing of like coaching. I went out for drinks with my mother and her friends, which was amazing actually. I'm like really good friends with her friends apparently, so super interesting. And then open comms starts in 30 minutes. So I'm gonna try to keep this stream to 30 minutes, and then we're gonna raid open comms because I love those dudes. But let's keep it short and sweet. There was news this week, not too much though. The big news, I think, sort of to say like player news, I think is probably the best way of putting it, was about Enlight. So for those who don't know, Enlight is a spell, and it actually got, oh my gosh, that's huge. Who decided this size? Okay. So the player named Keep Secret, Keep Safe discovered the Enlight spell. They discovered that it actually spawns from Worm's Turn, which is a BCNM. they credit the two players, Holy Avenger and Lothar, for paying to get the information released, and they actually shared it. They said 10% drop rate if you do Worm's Turn. And so from that, we've had a lot of players. So it's finally released to the players, like, hey, this is where it drops. And a lot of players have actually gone out to try and farm it, which is good news, right? There was a lot of rumors about Enlight being in the server. Oops, I should probably keep that up. I'll just hide my face. Who cares? There's a lot of rumors about it being on the server. We finally got it determined, and players are actually able to find it. So it took about, I would say, a week, maybe a week and a half, for it to be announced that it actually was in the game. And then to finally figure out where it was located. And so Worm's Turn is the BCNM. It's sort of like an instance combat. When you beat it, you get set loot. It's a 10% drop rate, so you may have to run it a couple times. I have friends who have already run it and got it. I plan on running it for my Paladin friends, so I'm friends with Inthix or Ray, so if he's ever like, hey Rain, I need a healer or a black mage or whoever to run this, I would gladly volunteer my time to help him run it and get it. I don't need it. I'm not a Paladin. My Paladin's level 6. But that's one of those things where I would run it with the homies to be able to get it. So, but I think this is really good player news. This was one of those play and fight out situations where the players are supposed to find this information. They did, and they shared it, and now it's everywhere. I have not been able to see it advertised. Oh my gosh, Tina. She knocked my phone into a wine glass. So you guys can see the yell chat right here. People have supposedly been yelling about it. I haven't personally seen anybody yell about it. I don't watch my own yell chats though. But if you want to get it and sell it, you could probably make at least a few thousand, if not a few 100,000. So if that's your thing, you could definitely do that. I think the original price this person who had been advertising it for was like 2 million, which is insane, but it's not bad if you want to make some money. There's also an option on the auction house. I think initially it was disabled on the auction house, but now it's allowed. So you can go out and buy it on the auction house. I can show that if you guys want. I could do it here, right? This dude wants to teleport them. Maybe I should teleport him. Should I? Should I not? Hungry Jack. Okay, he might have gotten someone. I just saw him run by. My cat says hello. She's laying on my lap. Let me pet her ears. She loves it when I do that. I pet her booty or her ears, and she loves it. There we go. Bid. Scrolls. White magic? I'm assuming Enlight is white magic? I do not see Enlight. I need Holy. I need this spell still. 40 grand. It's like 30 grand from an NPC. I'm not paying that. Heck that. Bar spells. In. There's the in spells. I do not see Enlight. Maybe there's none for sale. Bar. Curaria bar. Oh, maybe it's not for sale. I could be looking in the wrong area. Ninjutsu summoning dice geomancy? It is none of those. Okay. Maybe it's not for sale. I thought I saw it for sale. I could be wrong. It could be in a specialized area. I don't freaking know. Alright, Tina, you ready? I'm gonna pet you. Hawkwinter. There. I went one over. There we go. Now you guys can see. I'll chat. But yeah, and Lights is discovered by the players. Big news, I would say, this week. The next piece of news. My cat keeps flicking her tail at me. White mage buffs. Okay, so patch notes today. Every Friday on the dime, 9 a.m. Central, is patch notes. They've always take the server down for maintenance. They release the patch notes. This time around, they actually announced white mage patches, so I'm like super stoked. I love patch notes related to white mage. Job patches. Here we go. So they have a bunch of them. Oh dear, I've closed it. There we go. So white mage being one. They changed the cure soft cap. Alright, so you can see like right here. They changed the cure soft cap and then changed the amount of hate or aggro cure 5 generated. I don't have cure 5 yet. I'm only level 55. Shout out to my fellow white mage homies leveling up. But they made some updates for white mage. The other ones were like ninja, dragoon. Yeah, ninja and dragoon I think were the only ones. But super exciting stuff. If I were a dragoon, I could opine better on dragoon. I haven't heard any talk about dragoon, so I'm not sure if that's good news for the dragoon or bad news for the dragoon. But overall, it sounds like people are discovering issues with the jobs and they're trying to get them fixed. So that's actually really good news. Like, overall, holistically, in terms of the server. Sorry, I keep petting the cat. But yeah, shout out to White Mages. I'm excited to see this. They also buffed the way, like, enfeebling magic worked, which indirectly affects White Mage. So White Mage does enfeebling, but, like, you're not... Hey, Mandel, how are you? But as a White Mage, you're not really, like, that person people are relying on for, like, paralyze or slow or anything like that. That's usually, like, a Red Mage or maybe a Black Mage sub-job. With White Mage spells, but it's good that they've actually tweaked that. I'm assuming that means we're gonna have better White Mage enfeebles, which I always try to cast Dia 1, just to keep my magic up. But we'll see how that actually goes. But yeah, I'm excited for it. With the patch, they've had a lot of like bug fixes and intended changes, but they're also unintended changes. So I saw this just as I was working at my day job. That apparently they've made some changes and there were some unintended consequences. So one of them being Leaping Lizzie. So Leaping Lizzie's a notorious monster. Apparently, they started dropping bounding boots, which bounding boots are they're the rare exclusive items, meaning you can't sell them. And I believe this was a mistake. So critical right here, you have one of the staff members saying, "Hey, that should not happen. Please file a ticket. We're gonna fix it." And then shortly after they made this message, I saw like some on the patch notes saying they were taking down a zone to hopefully fix it. And then it also says the original message was deleted. I don't know why. I don't know if that player was like, oh, okay, and they fixed, you know, instead of posting in the chat, they put in a ticket and deleted their message, or if that was deleted by the admins. So, but the original message, somebody saying, hey, Leaping Lizzie is now dropping bounding boots, and people are like, the devs are like, no, that should not be happening. They should not be dropping bounding boots. So we've had a lot of updates this patch, a lot of fixes and whatnot, and some of those were unintended. So I wanted to capture it here. So if you're one of those people who's like, hey, I got bounding boots, make sure you get that fixed. That's not intended. You should not be getting bounding boots. You should be able to get the item that you should be able to sell, which is why people like to camp Leaping Lizzie. Sorry, my cat's just like loving on me. She's so adorable. You're adorable. Yeah, she's so adorable. Okay. The other big update I would say, so I was bragging and being humble, not humble at all, about White Mage. The other one's Claim Shield. So there was a one-line item in the notes saying fix variations with Claim Shield conditions. So I have no idea what this means, right? It's super vague on purpose, but they did something to Claim Shield, which ideally, hopefully they added it to more notorious monsters where people were like having ping issues or struggling issues. Hopefully they attempted in some way or shape or form to fix it. My cat. Okay. But what I did notice is some people started saying, hey, these notorious monsters suddenly don't have Claim Shield when they should, which was another thing the devs started to fix. And then there was somebody else who goes, Claim Shield is now 8 seconds. So I think originally it was like 4 seconds. I thought it was 6. Apparently it was 4. I've censored the name just in case this person didn't want this shared by their name. But now it's 8 seconds. So some people are saying like, hey, the Claim Shield's really long. I've been, nuking the notorious monster. What do I do? So I'm not sure how long it is, but hopefully, regardless, my thought is always, you okay? My cat's shaking her head, sorry. Either way, I hope Claim Shield is able to level the playing field with people who have ping issues and also sort of discourage people from like running with bots. Tina, what is that in your ear? Do you have a fuzzy? Oh, I think she scratched herself. Oh, I'm sorry. She's very upset at me. I'm sorry, friends. I was poking at her ear and she did not like that. She had a bump on her ear. But yeah, so this was one of the changes. This is from a person. This is not from the devs. So I do not know if it's actually 8 seconds. People have said it was 4 before. I remember there were people either I shared it on stream or they were in my chat saying like, hey, it's too short. I'm European. I spawn in and mobs already spawn claimed, which would be really frustrating when you're trying to camp a notorious monster. Either way, I hope it's fixed for folks. I hope it makes it better for folks playing the game. I posted that link twice for some reason. But yeah, that was one of the big things. I made the joke today when I logged in to Discord saying, hey, I'm not going to ask for news because usually, somehow, for whatever reason, Horizon Discord always provides news for me without ever asking, and sure enough, this time around it did. So let me save this. So this was another piece of news. One thing the devs did during maintenance again was they shut down Horizon chat for some reason. So they posted this message. So this is Akuno, one of the community staff members. But they say things, please abide by the rules. Yes, players almost always abide by the rules. I've seen instances where players don't abide by the rules. Like somebody says, hey, if you are this IP, I'm gonna beat you up, and that message wasn't deleted. I've seen someone, like people just like attacking each other in Discord, and those messages aren't deleted, but God forbid you spam a sticker on the Discord. Apparently that's against the rules. But they say, notice Horizon chat is locked. This is a new thing we are trying. Please don't ask why. We all know why. I don't know why. I don't know if that's because they just don't want to do any modding power. The one thing I want to call out is there was actually a extremely constructive... sorry, you guys can't see my face. I'm fucking with shit on the floor that my cat knocked over. So, there was a pretty constructive thread on the Discord saying, hey, it's very easy to build a Discord community if you know how. Slow mode is one of those ways where you don't know how. And it had a lot of staff members, ones I won't name, just going, her slow mode's here to stay. And it was quite embarrassing because they did not listen to any of the feedback that was shared, particularly by people who know quite a bit about running communities, because the comment by Horizon staff is always, well, we're not in the business of running a Discord. That's fine if you're not in the business of running Discord. So either don't run a Discord or run it properly. It's extremely easy to do. And so some of this kind of cracks me up. So I didn't ask anybody for news today because they just provided all the drama and the shit show on the Discord themselves, which is fine, I guess. I mean, it just creates a bigger headache for themselves. I don't know why they do it, but hey, that's on them. I'm not their mom. I'm not going to tell them how to do it. If they wanna do it themselves, that's okay, I guess. It's just fun to see the fallout. The other thing too, so I sent this to some of the staff. Let me see if I can pull up the message. Where's my Discord? My OBS. I posted it in Discord. I also shared this message of like, hey, follow me for more life hacks on how to actually manage a fucking Discord. So if you have issues with people saying things in your Discord that you don't like, you can actually custom ban things. K-Club, Cat Attack. I know people are mad about stickers, despite stickers being allowed in the Discord. I don't get it. Or should they lower the timer on some stuff? Because there's always a way so many people resentment keep you want for your ninja. But the other day there was like 40 people. It's an H&M. It's an H&M? But yeah, so this is like... I don't know if you guys know this. Most social media... I'll say Discord as a social media, if you don't want things to be said, you can block it. So for example, on Twitter, I do not like politics, so I block political words. As a result, I don't see any political tweets. So I sent this to a mod. This was a joke. But I said to them, hey, if you don't want words to be said, you can just block them, right? So let's say you have a rule of like, gosh, I don't even know. Like, I remember this one example, right? Like I saw the word Nazi get deleted. If you don't want people to say Nazi, you can add Nazi as a banned word. Right? You don't even have to time people out for it. It just deletes the message. So this was one of those, and I sent it to them. The joke here is that I put beast as the word. I don't know if you guys know this. Beast gets mentioned all the time. Like, all the time. Like, somebody said if a beast dies in the woods, we'll general chat talk about it, and everyone started shitposting about beast. But this is a good way to help moderate your chat. If you don't want certain words to be said, just block it. If you don't want people to say the word stupid, or use an emote, or say a certain phrase, like Nazi was one, but like let's say exploit. Like let's say you don't want people saying, hey guys, I found an exploit, or hey guys, so and so's a bot. You can just block the word. But yeah, that was my intended message with this, because it cracks me up that people are yet again in 2023 manually moderating a Discord when you could literally do it all by hand or all by bots. It's whatever. People blame Beast for everything. As a Beast, you ignore it. Still, yeah, it's so weird how people blame Beast. I don't get it. There's plenty of issues with a video game. Playing a certain class isn't one of them. Like, people will be shitty. I had somebody this week kind of send me some super cringy DMs, and I got to the point where I was just like, bro, why are you DMing me? Like, we're in game. Like, shut the fuck up. I don't know you. And I just sent them question marks. And it usually makes people mad. I have noticed if you send people clown emojis makes people mad. I don't know why. People send me clown emojis all the time. Clown emojis apparently make people mad. But this is one of those instances where, hey, maybe you should do better at managing your Discord instead of like crying about it. So like this was the original message by Porokuno, community manager. Everyone at staff is blowing off the feedback. I hope not. I hope not, Hugin. It was really funny to me how the so what was it? There was this, I talked about the suggestion thread, right? There's a suggestion and it was titled slow, like slow mode, because it was somebody saying, hey, you shouldn't have slow mode. And then it was like people, I say people, like non-staff members going back and forth. And then there was like one staff member going, we're going to have slow mode, deal with it. We're going to have slow mode, deal with it. And people were like, well, you're bad then if you require slow mode. So like I said last week, Final Fantasy XIV Discord has 300,000 users and no slow mode. And none of the staff sit there and actively moderate their chat. They deal with mod mails. They may read the chat, but they don't read it to moderate. The chat moderates itself. And I made the mistake, I probably shouldn't have done this, but like I searched like bad words. So I searched like Nazi. And there were like a handful of messages of people being like, I forget what they were, I think it was like grammar Nazi, like they use the phrases like grammar Nazi. But yeah, it was like, it's one of those things where if you have to shut down a channel because there are people joining it and talking, maybe you shouldn't just run a Discord. Like if you're not in the business of running a Discord, then don't have a Discord. Very strongly of that. That's like EVE Online. I remember EVE Online, CCP was like, hey guys, we're not in the business of making merchandise. Then don't fucking make merchandise. Hire somebody else to make merchandise. And that's what CCP did. And then suddenly we had internet spaceships that we could literally buy, and it was amazing. We're like, wow, CCP Online, shut the fuck up, and now we can actually have our own merchandise. And then they got rid of it again. Actually, I shouldn't say they got rid of it. The business stopped selling those products, so I don't think that was a CCP choice. That might have been a business choice. But they're now relying on players for selling merchandise too, so that's actually super cool. I'm gonna take a drink. I love iced coffees. But yeah, that's just one of those things. So normally I start my day off saying, hey guys, anybody have some news? And this time I didn't have to because the news just made itself. I just love watching things blow up. I also love watching people get really mad at clowns. I watch people like there's, I don't know which staff member was, I accused Hugin of doing it, but I don't think it's Hugin. But I accused staff members of just like wiping clowns, because you can wipe reactions, but that was really funny. But yeah, Hugin saying staff members not blowing out the feedback, which is good. Hugin, I do not know what other people do. I make recommendations. Here on my show, I'm being sarcastic. I'm kind of being an asshole here. But I genuinely make recommendations to make, ideally, I hope, your life easier. I've had to do it. What up, Tara? How are you? Hi, accountability buddy. Tara's gonna help me clear P8S this weekend. That's what we're doing. Right, Tara? But yeah, so I've staffed channels before, I've moderated before, and it is shitty when staffing is all over the place and moderating is all over the place. I've had to delete child porn from the Talking in Stations Discord. I've had to delete gore, as in like videos of people getting shot and killed, from the Cesspool Discord. I've had to delete tons of shit of people using slurs and bad language, so I am of the very strong opinion, automate it as much as you want. And then that way when somebody, like, I'm a very strong person. I don't know if you know this yet, Hugin. I don't like getting pinged on Discord. I'm an EVE Online player. If I get pinged, that means Titans are dying and I need to show up. So if I get a ping, that's how I treat it. So when I get pings on Discords that I'm moderating, I'm like, I need to take action. And if I don't have to take action, I just time out the person who pinged me. I'm kind of an asshole. I'm quite a bit of an asshole on Discords I moderate. But people learn very quickly not to ping me unless it's super important. But yeah. You missed the first 20 minutes? What the? Anime! I put it on Discord to notify you. What are you talking about? I don't dare be an asshole. I'm a super big asshole. I'm super assholey. But I try to do it from the context of, if you need my help, I will help you. But if you fuck around, I'm not going to help you. Sort of thing. Oh my gosh, are you pinging me? Oh my god, I swear to god. Yeah. I tolerated my own Discord. My own Discord has like 20 people. Thirsty is, I know, I'm a thirsty asshole. But yeah, I remember the first few times on Cesspool. I remember, because Cesspool would get like, if I looked away for 2 seconds, it was like 300 messages. Redline made a slow mode once, and it broke everything, so we just deleted the channel and made a new one because of how it broke with slow mode. It was actually really funny. But I remember on that Discord, people would ping me all the time, and I would just time them out. Because I said, if you ping me, it better be so important that I need to time out somebody else who's doing something bad. And there genuinely were a few times where people were like, hey, Rain, this person's doxing someone. So I'd have to ban them and ban all the messages, right? But then there were a few times where people fucking around. But I've only been banned a few times, like 1 or 2 times on Talking in Stations. And one of them was genuinely someone was posting child porn and I had to ban them. And I remember, like, I'm not a mod on Talking in Stations. I just have mod powers just given my level in the hierarchy of things. So I remember I timed them out and I went and told all the other mods, like, hey, I don't know what I did. I timed this person out because they were posting these types of messages. And then they did all the, like, the back filtering of, like, filing a report to Discord and all that shit. I just remember being like, the person pinging me, I was like, I'm trying to think, because I didn't really know them. And so I didn't really know if I could trust them. But they were saying, hey, you need to delete this ASAP. And they were like pinging me in the Discord, like posting it. So I was like, I'm not even going to watch these videos. I'm just going to trust what this person says. And they were right. They were right 100%. But that's one of those things where it's like, when you moderate a channel, I get it. Ping does, like, I know Hugin's talking. I know there's a lot of messages on the Horizon Discord of like, don't ping the mods. I get it. You should not ping the mods. Because I get that, where you don't want the fatigue of like, oh, let me clear my 200 notifications, and then maybe someone will have something important to say. You want to be able to say, oh, this is important, let me get rid of it. So that's what I am. Happy to be pinged 24/7. Oh, I won't do that. I try not to do that. I try to, even in DMs, like when I DM someone, I'll try to preface it like, hey, this is not important. I'm just leaving you a message. I don't treat DMs as super urgent. I just like read them. Like usually I'll read them and then leave them. And then I'll go back and read them later if they're, like, when I have time. You have 0 notifications because you always clear them out. You're one of those 0. I know, that's what I'm like, too. My email, no notifications. Only 200, try over 1,000. You constantly have to... See, at that point, that's ping fatigue. I just wouldn't read it. I'm trying to think of a good example of that. So EVE Online players, when they have ping relays, where they have pings from people, they just clear them, so then you never know what's important. So think of it like this. If everything's important, nothing's important. So if you have 1,000 pings in like a day, then none of that shit's important, and you should just turn it off. And I do that. So I have Discords where I have like at everyone, at here, at roll turned off, and then I have some where I don't because I know it's important. Because I'm like, if I'm getting pinged here, it's super important. That's why I get really mad when people reply ping me, because I'm like, I say, how do I say this? Every Discord I have, I read 100% of the messages. So when people ping reply me, I'm like, no, I'm literally already here reading all the messages. But yeah, we're kind of way off track of what I was talking about with moderating, by the way. I was trying to remember where we were at originally with that, but yeah. Oh, we were talking about making it easier to moderate, right? We're like, how do you know something's important versus how do you not? And yeah, I think that's where like the auto mod tools come in. If you can set up auto mod tools correctly, ideally you only get pings for super important stuff. And ideally you are able to teach your community in that Discord, whichever Discord it may be, like, hey, if this is super urgent, ping the mods, otherwise just leave it and we'll handle it later, right? So let's say somebody, like, I don't know, broke a rule and they posted something inappropriate, but other players weren't really concerned about it. So then, or other people weren't concerned about, say, didn't ping the mods. So then later the mods come through and like kind of clear it out, right? Whereas like, hey, this person's actively posting illegal content. This person's actively, I don't know, like sharing bad things. I don't know. You only have a few Discords that you have unmuted. Otherwise the server is... See, if you have a server muted, why are you in that server? That's my mentality of it. If I have a server muted, I just leave the server. It's pointless to me. I used to be that person who was like, oh, I have to be on all these Discords all the time so people can reach me. When I played EVE, when I played Echoes. And now I'm like, nah. People know where to find me. I put my Discord out there if they need to ping me. And people usually, I think I have all incoming messages accepted. And then when I get really, oh, you guys want to see, oh, I can't share this cringy one. I got a really cringy one. Do you want me to read it to you? I'll read it to you. This is super embarrassing. So I got a message from someone. Where was it? Was it this week? I might have deleted it because it was like, it was really embarrassing. Yeah, I actually think I deleted it. No, maybe not. I remember someone sent me a message and they're like, hey girl, want my Galkin sausage? And my response was, thanks for the cringe, bro. And they're like, yeah, man, I'm the cringiest person ever. And I'm like, I didn't say anything. And then they just stopped talking. So then I deleted the message. I have no idea how to get it back. It was super cringy though. Oh, I saved it on my my Word doc. I was looking at my save files. Oh god. This is super embarrassing. Like, if you're this person, just know you're super cringy. What does it take to make you mine, baby? Kissy face. Fellow Bastokians say I'm the hero in these parts, you know? And I go, nice, this is going in my cringe compilation. And they go, I'm the self-proclaimed king of cringe, you know? LMFAO, period. If you're not impressed by a hero, then perhaps you'd be impressed by my Gulkin sausage. Sunglasses smiley face. I am a Taru, so you know when the menu says it's Gulkin, it's crazy. And I just didn't respond after that, and they just stopped talking. Like, just take the L, bro. Just take the L. So that short video sent you about 1 foot. It seems enthusiastic about it, so it's come soon. So I haven't looked Hugin, but I'm assuming it's good. I think I assumed what you looked. I was on mobile, so I wasn't able to watch it. You're clearing your server list. You're almost never in some of them. You should make a video with all of this. Learned from Bob Ross, a drill instructor last night, who's challenging my throne. Tara, I'm not recording you, nor am I playing your messages to me, okay? Your messages are good. So Tara's in my raid group for Final Fantasy 14? Yes, 14. I was going to say 11. I'm so used to Final Fantasy 11. And it's hilarious. He was like, last night he was talking real calm. He's like, okay, guys, let's get ready for the raid. All right, DPS first party, no switching. Let's go. And then the second review goes, do you hear me, maggots? Get to your positions. This is a party stack. And like screaming, but not like literally screaming. It was really, really fun. Okay. We've been streaming for 30 minutes. I thought I've said all the news. I don't know of any new news. New news. Do you guys know of any? I'm curious. I recognize Anime Overlord, not from Final Fantasy 11. Hugin from Final Fantasy 11. You can tell because it's in their name. Terra, not from Final Fantasy 11. Malkuth, not from Final Fantasy 11. Do you guys have any news? Oh no, I'm on the wrong. Okay, I was gonna go raid Open Comms. You guys wanna go raid Open Comms? I'm sorry, what's wrong? Do you have news? Are you yawning? Oh, excuse me, I burped there. Come here. You come say hi? My friends want to see you, Kiki. She looks very upset. The fact that I invited her over to say hello to you all. I'm so sorry. We're gonna go raid Open Comms. So for those who don't know, Open Comms is an EVE Online talk show where all they do is drink. And it is amazing. I hosted it for 4 years and stepped away, and I show up every now and then as a guest. And by guest, I mean I just show up and shitpost. I just call shots randomly. Oh my god, they are live. My heart. Oh my god. First. Oh fuck. Alketh said. Akaroth. I said Alketh. Like Malketh, but Akaroth. Look at this. You know I love Open Comms because this is in all caps. We're gonna raid Open Comms. Normally I raid another Final Fantasy streamer. We're gonna raid Open Comms. 9 months of subbing to get rid of these pesky ads. Dude, you gotta watch my ads. It's free revenue, bro. Speaking of, oh my god, did they just play an ad? Are you serious? Okay, whatever, you fuck ads. I'm sorry, that was really aggressive. Okay, we're gonna go raid Open Comms. You guys should go watch Open Comms. I will be there. I'll probably be a drunken degenerate. I actually might go bike for alcohol because I'm kind of tipsy right now, so I don't want to drive, so I'm gonna use my bike. Which means I gotta dress in layers. I'm in short sleeves right now. It's a disaster. I'm a cold baby. Okay. But I'm gonna go raid Open Comms. You guys go say hi. I'm sorry about the ads. I turned off my ad thing so that I wouldn't play ads. I'm so salty right now. I hope you guys have no idea. I'm going drinking, yes. I'm gonna drink at home. I'm gonna play Final Fantasy 11 and drink at home. Like an absolute degenerate, okay? I'm a degenerate. I didn't get drunk and play Final Fantasy 11 as a child because I was a good child and didn't underage drink. So now I gotta do it as an adult. I'm making up on all those years of 3 a.m. parties in the dunes and whatever the fuck we did. Actually, for those who don't know, I'm level 55. I hope you're impressed. 55 white mage, okay? I'm super good at this game. I have 0 artifact armor, but that shouldn't stop you from being impressed, okay? You should stream it and get drunk with us. No, I'm gonna be on Open Comms. I'll be drunk on Open Comms. You can get drunk with me on Open Comms. Alright, but thank you everyone for hanging out. I'm sorry about the raid. Go say hi to Open Comms. Bye, team.